there friends, it's Sydney from Sid Plans It Out. Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, thank you so much for stopping by. Today we're going to set up, hopefully without like making a disaster here, we're going to set up my quad lined layout. I was like, what the heck is this that I use for journaling? And I'm using my phone because the iPad was being dumb, but my phone is like doesn't have a ton of battery. I was trying to plug it in, but the plug's gonna be all up in my way, so hopefully my phone doesn't die. I've unplugged it, so I guess we'll see what happens. All right, this is going to be for the week of October 6th through the 12th. As always, we're going to redate this because the way that it's currently dated doesn't work for me, because it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and I want it to be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So that's how we're going to do it. This is how last week is turning out. It's Sunday right now, so got a journal tonight still, but otherwise we actually did all the journaling. It seems to be either I journal or I do my Bible reading. There doesn't seem to be, I don't know. I don't seem to be great at doing both, but whatever. All right, we're gonna use this really old sticker book from Live Love Posh. This is Hello Fall. I don't actually know when this was from, but I feel like a couple years ago. But I really like these. And then there's also, okay, so I have one more, and then there's like these like foliage pieces. So we're gonna make this work. I also pulled out black boxes and more and orange boxes and more from Mojo Jojo Plans. And then, I'm trying to decide if I want to date with these. I might date with these. I might date with Functionally Noir from Live Love Posh. It kind of just depends. So we shall see what happens there. First things first, though, we need to do some whiting out here, because like I said, the way this is set up does not work for me. I don't, I would just never get it right because it just doesn't make sense to me to be dated this way. Personally, I'm sure there are people who use it and have no problems with it, but I don't like it the way that it's dated currently, which is fine. It happens. All right. First things first. Actually, I don't really know where I want to start. Some boxes, maybe. We could start there. I think I'm going to use this shade of orange and this shade of orange. I feel like that'll be good. So let's start with some boxes here. This is going to be the first time that I have this planner set up before the week starts in like a really long time. So hopefully that means I will actually like use this spread every day. Not that I didn't like fill it in every day last week, but a lot of those were filled in like after the fact. So we'll see how it goes this week. All right, we'll do, I think we should put black here and then the lighter orange here. So let's get, let's do it here. And then we'll layer, I think I want a full box. Maybe. I lied, I don't have, oh, I do. I was like, I don't have any without lines. Yes, I do. And we'll layer this here. Okay. And then on the other side, let's do square here. And this size. Why do I have this page first? I don't know. I don't know if you can even see the black boxes sticker book, but that's fine. That one's cut wonky. Whatever. Do I have a full size in the dark orange? Or I guess the orange. I have one. All right. Do I want it to be on Friday? I think it needs to be on Friday, actually, because I don't want two down here. So we'll put it, sorry, this is Friday. I was like, wait, is that right? Yes. Oh, wow, I don't think I've put a single one of these boxes down straight. Not on this side, that's for sure. They're all crooked, but we're leaving them. At least for now. Let's get, actually, we'll use this size orange, and we'll get a black square. And we'll do the black square here, and then layer that into Saturday. Okay, that's fun. I'm here for it. All right, now we're gonna put in some decorative stickers. I think this is really cool. I really like it. I kind of feel like I want some washi. So let me get, let's see. Is this too much for this spread? Actually, no, I think it's perfect because it literally matches this sticker. So let's go with it. I'm going to tear the end and then put some of this here. And we'll just cut this. Cute. I like it. All right. I also like how different it is compared to last week's. All right, let's put some of this up here, I think. Oh, I want it to go all the way to the edge. So I'll just take it off the edge. Just cut a little bit off there. That'll be fine. And we'll tear that. Wow, I did not put that down straight, goodness. I don't know how I didn't put it down straight, but I didn't. All right. And then maybe we put some in this box. Actually, that would be kind of fun. Sorry, that might have moved the camera, but I realized the stand, like the camera stand that I have, camera thingy, it needs like a weight to hold it down. And so I have like a cup of utensils up there, and it was a little haphazard. All right, the sticker does not want to stick to this washi. Let's see. I don't like that whiteout's gonna be showing, but whatever. We're gonna go with it. I wanna put some of this washi in this box. So I think I'm gonna do that first and then figure out where I'm gonna put, oops, where I'm gonna put it, where else I'm gonna put it, good Lord. All right. I think here. Yeah, let's go with that. And then I feel like it needs to go here, but then it's right across from that. I think I'm just gonna do it anyway though, because it's on the other page. So I'm just gonna go with it. Okay, this is fun. All right, let's put in some more of these. I really did pick like the biggest stickers. Didn't really think that one through, but that's fine. Let's do this pumpkin. And I'm gonna put this one up here. And then I think I want to take some of like these and put them, like we'll put some there. And up here. Oop, got some sticker scrap. I'm not ready to go to work this week. Like, I don't necessarily have anything that I'm like not looking forward to. I just don't want to do it, you know? That's really just been kind of the vibe recently at work, is I just really don't want to do it. It also doesn't help that I feel like I'm doing an entire project completely alone yet again. I feel like I am in the exact same position that I was in before, that I asked not to be in again. That like I hoped what I was, you know, suggesting and saying before was going to get me out of being put in this position again, but I was very wrong. And I'm very annoyed by that, because how is that a thing? And the fact that no one seems to understand or see that this is a problem is very irritating, because it's, well, you have the experience. Like, yeah, I get that. But the entire purpose of having someone advising me is that I don't end up in the same position that I was in before that got me all this experience. Also, I'm not really confident in the way that this client works. So, yeah. And I don't know how many times I have to say it before, you know, someone actually cares. But it seems to be a lot of times, because I've already said it multiple times. And it still doesn't seem to compute. Ooh, that's kind of fun. So yeah, I'm just, you know, eternally looking for a new job somewhere, somehow, some way. I'm gonna get one. And as much as I don't want it to be an internal job to this company, because I think this company is corporate awful, it might just have to be in order to at least get me out of this role. I don't know. We'll see. I'm just trying to look in all the places that I can. And I don't know if I told you guys yet. I know I told you I applied to a couple jobs, but because of, you know, the trash that is the job market, also because AI. Like, I'm so sure that it has to do with AI. But the two jobs that I applied to, I didn't even get like anything, honestly. It literally was just like, I got the, oh, we got your application email. And then I got the, thanks for applying, but we've decided to go a different direction. I'm like, a different direction? You don't even know anything, really anything about me, because like, cool, I put some stuff on a piece of paper, but like, does that really tell you anything? No, not really. It just tells you what's on a piece of paper. Like, I don't know. Irritation. Looking for a job right now is honestly the worst thing ever. And I regret not doing it sooner. Should have done it sooner, but you know, this is where we are now. So, oh well. Just have to keep doing my job, keep doing what I'm being paid to do. Although, if I did what I'm being paid to do, I would be doing nothing because I'm not getting paid like at all, more or less at this point. It's very pathetic, the amount of money that they are paying me. So it definitely makes it hard to actually care. You know, it's very irritating. And if you've looked for a job at all in the last probably like 5 years, I feel like you understand. Maybe not 5 years. Maybe that's dramatic. I feel like when I got this job originally, it wasn't that bad. But it also wasn't great because it did take like 4 months to hear back from them after I had my interview, which is crazy, by the way. Absolutely insane. I don't even know how that was a thing, but it was. Okay, I decided I'm going to use Functionally Noir from Live Love Posh. I love this sticker book. I will have my affiliate link for Live Love Posh down below if you are interested in shopping with them. Highly recommend, honestly. And you can use my code SID10 to save 10% on your order if you're interested in shopping. But I decided to use this because I want paper days of the week. Just make my life easier. Potentially also paper numbers from here. I'm not sure yet. This just will, yeah, this will be a lot easier than trying to deal with covering up the whiteout with clear stickers. And then, yeah, this is just way better. Way easier this way. Next week I have to do an event at work that literally just makes me want to scream. I don't want to do it. I think it's a little bit of a waste, honestly. Like, the event itself is logical and it makes sense and it's necessary for this job. However, like for these projects is necessary. Like it should definitely be done. However, this client, they just, it's like being back at the client that I was doing a couple years ago. If you've been around, beginning of 23, it was like end of 22, end of 23. That client just asked questions like, what if the sky falls? Well, okay, then we'll freaking deal with it when it happens. But like, there's no reason to be asking questions like that. And that's how this entire client is. Like, that was one location of a client that I was dealing with before. And literally everything that I've experienced with this client I'm working with now, everyone asks questions that way. And I just don't understand how it's possible. Like, how can you get anything done ever when you're asking questions like that all the time? It just blows my mind. It blows my mind. And like, why do they allow people, like, obviously people need jobs, but like, why is this the culture that this job creates? Like, what do you mean? It blows my mind. It blows my freaking mind that these people are, honestly, it feels like they're expected to act this way because everyone acts that way. So, yeah, it honestly makes me crazy. So, really not looking forward to this event. I honestly, like, we have to meet with them every week. And I just, obviously, because, like, you need weekly touch point calls and whatever. and I dread it. This is literally like, we're coming up this week, will be week 4, and I'm already dreading them. I was dreading it last week. So, yeah, it's gonna be a really long 11 months if I have to stay here. I guess it's not that many months. Let's see. This project goes live in August of next year, so November, December, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, 10 months. Whatever. Still too long. Not really looking forward to it, but it's fine. We're gonna keep pushing through until we find something else, because that's really all there is to do at this point. Sad. All right, that's gonna be all for me in this video. Thanks for hanging out. I really like how this spread turned out. I'm so glad that I was like, you know, I want some washi, because I feel like this washi makes such an impact, and I think this spread is so freaking cute. I am definitely a fan. Definitely a fan. Also, I'm sorry, this washi was like an exclusive for Halloween from Live Love, or not from Live Love Posh, from Archer and Olive, like 3 years ago. So I don't think it's available anymore, but I love it. And if you can find just this checkered pattern somewhere else, highly recommend buying it, because it's great. It's such a good pattern, especially for Halloween. I don't know, something about it feels very Halloween. But that's gonna be all for me in this video. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, I'd really appreciate if you gave it a thumbs up. If you want to see more of my videos, you can hit that subscribe button. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.